super excited today because I got a new fishing toy. Mark and Dave of Coastside hooked me up with this Promar collapsible crab pot. Last night I took it to the pier, and in one drop I pulled up 8 crabs, and I was able to take home last night for dinner 2 Dungeness and 2 rock crabs, and that thing really works nice. I just loaded it up with bait, dropped it in the water, put my headphones on, listened to Led Zeppelin, and about 45 minutes later I pulled it up, and there was a bunch of crabs in there. Some of them weren't keepers, but yeah, the guys with the crab snares were coming over going, wow, man. So that was pretty cool. Got a new toy. Headed down to Martin's Beach today. First I'm going to stop at Grey Whale Cove and get some sand crabs, because the sand crabs are really blooming out here at the Grey Whale Cove. We're at Grey Whale Cove now. Scanning the beach right now for good spots for sand crabs. Right down there where this guy is. If you look real closely, you can see those little V's in the sand opening up, and that's probably why he's standing there. It's a good place to fish while the sand crabs are getting stirred up. But yeah, that looks like the best spot right now. So that's probably where we're gonna go. We just need to catch sand crabs, and then we're out of here. That's what I'm talking about. Some of these monstrosities here. This is just from 2 passes. Again, 2 passes. Right there. Look how big they are. In the winter time, folks. In the dead of winter. Alright, just shared some of those last sand crab catch with a fisherman and this bird over here. The bird's like the little ones. See those little sand crabs there? I tossed to them. A lot better for them than bread, I'll say. Grey Whale Cove is just so awesome. They just look at this in the early morning. Martin's Beach parking lot. Whoa, free parking lot filling up quick here today. It's only 10:08. There's a few spaces left there. But there's plenty of spaces in the pay parking lot. So there we go. I'll always check out my backup just in case. Alright, here's the spot where we're setting up. Right up there, that's where Brian is right now. And there's another guy down here. He might be throwing a lure or something like that right over here. That's the complete south side. But the biggest swell right now that's breaking on the shore is this one here, about 3 feet. And it is stirring up multiple sand crabs. So we're gonna start right here. Here's our standard perch hookup here. This line here and this piece of hardware down here is smaller gauge than this piece of hardware here. And this line here is stronger than this line down here. So that if I get stuck on one of these infamous Martin's Beach rock piles out there, then I just lose the weight. So we're gonna go with this for now. We get too many snags, we'll go to sandbags. I want to give a little tip to, I'm pretty good with my hands, but I was trying to get these weed-free hooks on there, but the eyelet is so small that when I tried to feed, you know, this little dropper right here through the eyelet, I couldn't get it through there. So this is how the sand crabs, how I'm loading them up on these weed catcher hooks right there. Once through the back, and then the tip goes right through the egg catcher right there. The egg holder. I'm not sure the technical name. That's just kind of a layman's term there. Like much. Feels like it might be a little silver or something like that, but it's getting real close to the low tide. I mean the high tide. So let's see what we got here. Might be a calico. Yeah, looks like a calico. Nice gentle calico. Nice. Maybe they're showing back up again. All right, there we go. There's a calico. It's the first perch of the day. They're kind of gentle. You know, I thought it was maybe a small silver or something like that when it showed up. So anyways, caught this on sand crabs. So hopefully he's got a whole fleet of calico with him. We'll see. Cool. Perch number one. Was a special shout out to Thomas. I met Thomas, I believe his son was with him. I met through YouTube, my YouTube channel. He just left, unfortunately, and I just caught one calico. Maybe they're showing up. I've got sand crabs, so I figured I should stick in this spot because look at these conditions, perfect conditions. All we need is the fish. So I also I had a call just now from Jesse and Oscar, who I also met through the YouTube channel. They're down at Pigeon Point, and he said he's slamming fish. He's catching so many fish, he doesn't know what to do with them. And he was saying there's rubber lips down there, rubber lip perch. So I figured I'm heading right into the high tide. If I pick up, get all my stuff, get down there, eat lunch, I'm gonna miss it anyway. So just gotta hope that School of Fish decides to come here during the high tide. We'll find out. Look at that. As you can see, lost another dropper rig. You can see the dropper rig line broke before the well, this rod here, this is my 30-pound hook up here using a sabiki rig that we hooked up for possibly smallmouth surf perch with a lot of snags. This is for the snags. This is a light leader here, and this is the sabiki because I've been getting a lot of bites, but with the hooks that are set up to keep you from getting snags, possibly calicos and silvers with their soft mouths, as soon as they feel that metal part there, they let go. So we're trying these small little sand crabs and see what we pull up. Lost the sandbag, another snag. Lost all the sand crabs, probably just from pulling the line so hard to unsnag it. And look where it broke. The leader line, the light leader line here. That's where it broke, the sandbag. So I guess we're gonna put another sandbag, I think. Or maybe sandbags just get snagged easier, who knows? It depends on, you'd have to be under the water, taking a look at what caused the snag to really know what happened. But this kind of gives you a little idea. Just that one calico showed up over here. So we're just gonna take the sabiki with a bunch of sand crabs on it down over here. The last time I threw down over here, I didn't get one snag, and this beach has got a lot of snags. So I don't know if the sand has moved and changed or what, but it also looks like there's a trench over here. So if I got a trench with sand in it, that'd be nice, because I've gotten some bites over here, but I think because of the snags and anyways, and after this we're going to eat lunch, and then we're going to head to the north side, the south end of Martin's Beach. Okay, got something here. Went all the way to the south side, walked all the way back to the same spot that I was in, which looked like a good spot, and there's my stuff right there, and there's where I was like 10 minutes ago. Oh yeah, let's get that fish in. Yeah, here comes something. Looks like a calico. They have a certain look when they're rolling across the sand like that. I think it is. Yeah, it's another calico. Well, maybe we'll put lunch off for just a little while longer, because we got 2 calicos in one spot. Now, that is by no means a school, but considering how slow it's been today, that's it's kind of nice. So let's put off lunch for maybe another half hour, and if we don't hook up, then we'll have our lunch and go to the north side. Looks like we're going to be here for a little bit. Just had another hit. Now I'm starting to think this one got away. Nevertheless, oh no, there is something on there. Looks really small though. Now this one looks like a silver. Yeah, like a small silver. So we'll probably throw this one back. Yeah, this is too small. Maybe. People wonder about the difference between a silver and a walleye, because they're both silver. Well, the walleye, they have black tips on their on these fins right here. They're black right there, and this is usually orange on a silver perch. Let's put this little guy back. So this is what we're doing here, is we're downsizing these sand crabs, these little sand crabs like this, because it seems like these calico are just kind of nibbling away and taking half of the sand crab or whatever. And this is more of just like a bite-sized sand crab here, where it can just like go and take the whole thing. And so this is what we're gonna do. Okay, so the downsizing of the sand crab worked. I don't know if this one's still on there. Yeah, it's still something pulling. This one seems to be the biggest yet. So yeah, it feels like another calico. So they're all swimming together. A lot of times these perch, they swim in schools of, oh, spoke too soon. Wow, this is a powerful one. This is gonna grow up to be like a real powerful. This one's going back. It's a small little calico. It's about the size of a silver perch. And we want to be gentle with this one so that so it's nice when you find that spot on this beach where there's no rocks, no snags, and then the fish decide to show up. Makes it a lot of fun. But if you come out to this beach, oh, something just fell off, I think. Yeah. Got away. But if you come to this beach, be prepared to get a lot of snags. This is the setup I'm using right now. But I mean, there's a variety of different things. You can see right here, I haven't snagged a piece of kelp or something on this hook. Lost that hook. Okay, this one right here feels like a double, some size or the other. We'll see. It's just semi-fatty, I guess, in comparison to some of the silvers that I've been pulling up here. Yeah, looks like it's like another calico. I wonder if we're gonna catch a limit on calicos. No. Okay, this is a keeper size. Any size is a keeper size silver, but this is a whopper. That is a nice silver, and we're definitely gonna keep this one. So, downsizing to these smaller sand crabs and putting the speaky on really paid off. And people have asked about the sabikis in this area in California on these beaches. Totally legal to use these things to catch surf perch. Surf perch, smelt. Now you can't catch rockfish on a sabiki. Okay, rockfish have to be caught on a line with just 2 hooks. A couple of schools of fish out here, maybe a school of silvers and a school of those mid-sized calicos, but there's something coming right now. See how I waited for the wave to break? I've found over the years that that's the best way to keep from losing these fish. If you're pulling this way and the water's running back like it is right now, there's a good chance the hook's gonna rip out of their mouth. Well, that looks like a keeper size calico. That one is definitely way too small. Needs to go back, so we'll take care of this one first. And this one here, there's a whole school out there, and there's even big silvers hitting. So we're gonna let this one go. I think one way or the other we're gonna catch enough for dinner. There we go. That would make a good, that's a nice little slab right there, but this little slab gets to live a little bit longer. Tell you what, I know Jesse and Oscar are slamming fish down there at Pigeon Point, and I also know that right now a lot of red tail and huge amounts of perch are hitting in Pescadero and Bean Hollow in that area. But there's something to be said about the quality of the environment. Oh, I got another fish on the line, by the way. Look at this beach. I mean, this is the place to be. This is the kind of place that people pay money to, you know, to travel agents so that they can go to a place like this. This one seems a little bit bigger. Okay, there we go. See how you pull it with the wave. No, I think there was two of them on there. That's what happened. One of them just dropped off. This is silver, and this one's a small guy, so we're going to let this one go. And luckily, these hook sizes are just going right into the lip and stuff, and you just, you know, you hope these lips heal up. You know, they're never going to be the same, but if they heal up, and there's a lot of iodine and other great nutrients in ocean water. I don't know if you've ever had a cut before, and you took that cut and you put it in ocean water, but it heals up a lot faster. So, and also with all the salt in the ocean, it's a natural preservative. So when something dies in the ocean, unless it ends up on the beach, it's being preserved in salt, because there's a ton of salt in this water here. This is the big perch strike of the day. Yeah, I knew they'd eventually come. I mean, look at this beach. I mean, us humans aren't the only ones that know that Martin's Beach rules. I'm sure the word is out in the fish community. And I think what happened there is I had another small one on the bottom. Okay, this, yeah, I think we're going to keep this silver here. This is about this size. I try to keep them if they're like 8 inches or better. There's no rules on it, but you know, you don't want to take home too small of a fish. 7 inches. So, gets to live another day. Small it is. Could barely feel it on there. Now these silvers are not quite as calm as you notice. Of course, like if you had a big hook sticking in the top of your head, how would you feel about that, right? So you got to be a little more gentle with these guys. Calico, they seem to like it when if you hold them in the right way. These guys here are very scared. I could tell just his body's shaking. There we go. But whatever it is, it's kind of freaking out. It's really struggling here. So let's see what we got. Oh, well, it fell off. Sometimes it pays to struggle. See? As they say about the fight. You got the will to live, you'll do it. And that guy did, and well, that fish is gone. And thank goodness, because I think I have one more sabiki line left, but so you can see that strategy pays off. This thin line here, right here, this breaks before this heavy line. I'm casting with 30-pound tests. This is really for crabbing. But on this beach, it's good to have a strong line here so you don't lose this. The sabikis are usually made out of a pretty tough line here, like about a 20-pound test or somewhere around there. And then at the bottom, I've got that 14-pound test. And so far, it's broken off every time and saved me my sabiki line. I want some good leader line. This is the 14-pound leader that I've been using for the weight part at the very bottom of the line, so that it breaks off and I just lose that weight. But not only is it working good that way, check this out. Every time I go, normally these things are like the strings going all over the place or whatever, but for whatever reason, this line here stays in here, and every time I need more, I just pull it like this, and I don't have to put a rubber band around it like I do on most of my leader line things. Leader again for the bottom of my line, so that I just lose the weight. Here's my 14-pound leader, and here's a couple of barrel swivels. This one's size 5, and this one here is size 7. It's smaller, so that's actually what I'm going to use on this line here. Either something smaller, or another thing that you might do is just tie it off so you don't even lose the barrel swivel. But a lot of times the barrel swivel, I don't know, for whatever reason it stays on there and then the line breaks, so works out pretty good. We played around enough with these smaller perch over here. We've upped the size on these sand crabs. And again, we use the same philosophy, or the same method, where you got the tip of the hook right here, right there, since they seem to like to aim for that when they're biting. That's their target spot. So, and if you do this enough, the best way for you to know that for sure, that I'm not just telling you that, is their target spot, is for you to go out and do it, and you'll see. You hook it back here, and you keep losing half of the bait on this side, you'll know. But anyway, so, oh, the one thing I was going to say, and it's not a science or anything like that, nobody knows for sure, but these little guys, the little fish usually show up before the bigger ones. They work like scouts or something for the bigger fish, or the smaller ones attract the bigger ones. I don't know how it is, but I've been getting all these hits on these silvers and these mid-sized calicos, so I'm expecting something bigger to show up now, and that'd be neat if it did. Seem to have something on here that's a little bit bigger than the average small perch. At least that's what it feels like. You never know. Some of these guys just have more will to live than the other guys. Or they're just stronger, or they're more nervous. Or a combination of all three of those things. So this one felt bigger. Yeah. This is, you know what? Are we going to hit the calico limit again? There we go. Look at that. That's not even mid-size. That's well, that's a nice little meal there. See how gentle these guys are? He's just sitting there like, I got this hook stuck in the side of my head. What's going on? Oh, check to see if it's a calico. Just pull this up. If it's got this dorsal fin up in the front where it looks like someone took a bite out of it, that's the calico. The red tail, these things here shoot way up, and then they go down this way. And this part here too on the red tail is always much more straight. It's more rounded on a calico, but on a red tail it's a straight line from the front of the dorsal fin down in between the eyes. It really feels big, real close too. I mean, it was just right out there. You're gonna see that fish any minute now. Okay, let's see, we'll wait for this wave to come in. Okay, he's on there. Tight lines. Whoop, it's going slack. Wow, look at that, look at this beast. This is, yikes. On a sabiki, folks. Now this is like a 12-inch calico. This is one of the big ones. Ryan down there. I'm trying to get his attention. Who knows though? Maybe he has a school of something bigger down there. There we go. So the big ones did show up. The bigger sand crabs are paying off, and we still got the sabiki line. Now this sabiki line has size 6 hooks on it. So it's just about the right size for these calico here. This is another beast. Look at this. Look how they hang together. The big ones, stick with the big ones. And the little ones, well, they're probably down there now or something. These guys come in, it probably scares them, and they move down that way. But yeah, so we got the big calico now real close, right there, like right behind that, right in there. That's where I've been throwing the last two, And the other one was about 12. I'd say it's about 11 inches, something like that. It's a nice fish. That's calico number 6. So are we going to hit the limit? Double check for the calico. Yeah, see, there's the calico. All right, where the big boys are hitting. Apparently there's a snag item in the way. And got snagged again. And as you can see, the method works. The method of putting the lighter line on the bottom with the weight works. So I still have my sabiki line because this has been my lucky sabiki today. I played around with a number of rigs today, mainly because of the snags on the bottom here at Martin's Beach. And there's my normal perch fishing rig when I'm just on a sandy beach without any snags. 12-pound test, 10.5 pole Daiwa. Got my fin noir reel there. It's like about somewhere in the 5,000 range. This one here, I actually bought this one set up for crab snaring. And due to all the snags here, since I want to keep my sabiki and not lose a bunch of line out here, I'm using this 30-pound test. And thank goodness with the surf perch, I only got to throw it out there like anywhere from 10 to 25 feet. A lot of them, the big ones bit right there. Just in that first, right there. Just unbelievable how close they get. So check this out. Here's a 4-ounce flat sinker. Yeah, right there. That shouldn't get technically stuck on rocks. So let's see how long this one lasts. I probably lost about 5 sandbags and I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 weights today. So it's one of the hazards of fishing at Martin's Beach here. But look at this scenery. It all speaks for itself. Look at all those sand crabs right in there. Bet you there's a ton of fish right in there, but I've been throwing it in here and been getting very few snags, and I've been catching fish. So you add that up and you decide, well, the north side, I guess that's just gonna have to wait for another day, because it could be now about 3:30 or something like that, and I still haven't eaten my lunch. But what I want to do is I want to hit the limit on calico and then call it a day here. And the north side will have to wait for another day when the ocean is gentle like this. The big calico have shown up, or the big something or other. I mean, not a huge, we're not catching sturgeon or anything like that here, but it looks like he's got a piggybacker. Well, not a piggybacker technically. Piggyback means when you catch a small fish and then a big guy bites onto the small one. Look at this, a striped perch. Away from the rocks. Okay, about time we got a striped one. Nice. Oh, the calico? Yeah. We got big calicos out here. You get to live a little bit longer. Sorry, striped perch. You're going in the bucket. Okay, here we go. We've got 6 calicos so far. Oops. Don't want to touch his eyeballs. So yeah, we've got 6 calico in the bucket. So we're gonna take any other calico. I want to make sure that they're king size, because I know they're out there now. They've shown up again. Been trying to get Brian's attention down there, other side of the beach. I don't know how he's doing there, but I hope he's pulling up some fish, because this is outstanding. I had kind of a feeling about this spot, the south side, today. And well, there we go. Sometimes you just have to be patient. You guys ever have this happen to you? So I snagged somebody's line. The deal is, there is not a fisherman anywhere around. So you kind of wonder, is there something on that line? I don't know, but I definitely want to get rid of it. Save my line. I was thinking maybe I should text Brian. I'm like, oh, I don't have Brian's number, you know?
Ryan, not Brian, Ryan.
Oh, Ryan. Oh, okay. Ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, this is Ryan. I've been been mispronouncing your name as Brian. Did you see your YouTube video?
Yeah, I saw it.
Cool, huh?
That's good, thank you.
Yeah, that was the only video I put up last week. I just didn't feel like making videos.
Oh, what's your name?
My name is Dan.
Dan?
Yeah, Dan.
D-A-N?
D-A-N, yeah, Dan, like Danny. Calico, yeah, most of them are calico. One of them is a big silver perch.
This one's big.
Look at this, a big silver. Oh yeah, that one of these guys is about 12 inches, like a real killer.
Yeah, this one's,
maybe this one or that one, yeah. These two I caught like back to back. A lot of times the big ones, they hang out with each other, you know?
Yeah, but, big one. Oh, you already cut it, huh?
Yeah, I always do that. I always bleed them out. These 7-Eleven big bite sandwiches, or whatever they call them, they never tasted better than when you were supposed to have lunch at 2 o'clock. But because of a big perch run, you had to hold it off until 5:31. Boy, this tastes good. Well, as you can see, nightfall's come to Martin Beach, and just finished my very late lunch. It was good. We'll go to the north side next time. Another fun day at Martin's Beach. I need to start experimenting with some using this GoPro at night on the pier. The lighting's actually pretty good there. I got this new Promar cram pot from Coastside from Mark and Dave, and I want to show you how well that thing works. That's kind of cool, and I hope that the crab bite, of course, all crab fishermen, I'm sure, are hoping that the crab bite picks up, but time will only tell. So, expect to see that pretty soon in the video. And also, I still want to go to the north side of Martin's Beach, maybe next week.